In Haiti, another amazing scene. A 22-year-old pulled from the rubble alive after 10 days.
It's a very long time. I don't know how he survived, but I don't care, he survived.
It's a story of hope, but there are so many more reports of despair, of not enough food or water or shelter. We've gone there mentally and emotionally each night through our TVs. But is it too much? Is it so painful, and are we so far away that we're burned out on the tragedy? On the streets, we found a range of opinions.
People need to know. People need help. So no, I don't believe it's too much on the TV.
It's painful to see, but I think that as soon as we start forgetting about it, you know, it's stuff we put out of our mind, and then we become sterile to it.
I think the coverage at this point is a bit saturated when it's the leading story on most of your major news channels or some of the 24/7 news channels.
The saturation factor is well known at Portland's relief agencies. They typically see a jump in donations right after a disaster, but then the giving goes down.
So that initial influx is where we see the high bump in donations. After that happens, you know, people start getting the sense that, well, needs are starting to be met.
The trend is understood at Medical Teams International as well.
I think there is a saturation point. I mean, I live it here in a sense. When I go home at the end of the day, I have to separate because otherwise it's emotionally too difficult. And I think people have the same thing.
Psychologists tell us word of the disaster prompts a fight or flight type response from each of us, an urge to do something. But once we've done that, we're tempted to move on.
We're stuck with the fact that addressing these issues takes time. But by watching it, that doesn't help us address the issue. It just, you know, sets off the cycle again. And perhaps then we want to distance ourselves from it, which again can look like complacency, but it's really not.
Portland's relief agencies are gearing up for the long haul in Haiti. They'll try to remind us from time to time that while our focus may be gone, the danger is not.
There will be huge public health problems there in the days ahead if we don't continue to respond. And there will be a second disaster that could be worse than this disaster if we don't stay involved and make sure that we help those people who are living out in the open.
And again, the star-studded telethon begins in an hour. The goal is to raise $1 billion. Steph?
Thanks, Pat.